It was just supposed to be another boring night at my wife's boss's party, yet I had no idea that stepping out early would lead to a revelation that would shatter everything I thought I knew about her and about myself. What I heard that night changed my life forever. Before I get into the details, if you enjoy stories that will make your heart race and your mind question everything you thought you knew, hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss what's coming. I remember the evening clearly. The air was thick with forced smiles, laughter that didn't quite reach the eyes, and the soft hum of distant conversations, the type of party you attend out of obligation but you don't really belong at. My wife, Emma, was the star of the show, of course. She was beautiful, elegant, perfect in the eyes of her colleagues. And I was the plus one, the invisible husband, the man who had learned to blend into the background while she thrived in the spotlight. At some point, I grew tired of the small talk, the clinking of glasses, the laughter that seemed hollow, the endless networking. I needed air, and I needed it now. So I made a decision, one that I would regret for the rest of my life. I left. I stepped out into the cool night air, hoping the quiet would bring some clarity to my thoughts. My phone buzzed in my pocket. A quick glance, it was Emma. I didn't feel like answering. I was irritated not at her, but at the whole situation. The expectations, the smiles that never felt real. So I ignored it, but something felt off. A subtle nagging sense that I was being watched, like I was being followed. I turned around, scanning the shadows, but saw nothing. I decided to clear my head with a short walk. 10 minutes later, as I rounded the corner of the building, I saw something. A figure. Two figures, actually. I froze. It was Emma, but she wasn't alone. She was standing there, laughing with someone else. But it wasn't the polite, just keep it professional type of laughter. No, this was different. This was the kind of laughter that only happens when you're with someone you're comfortable with. Someone who makes you forget everything else. I stepped closer, barely breathing, hoping the darkness would shield me. I couldn't make out the man's face at first, but then he turned slightly and my heart sank. It was Ryan, her coworker, the one who always seemed to linger just a little too close to her at company events, the one with the charm that had always rubbed me the wrong way. I stood there for what felt like an eternity, watching as Emma leaned in a little too close to Ryan. And then, something happened that I'll never forget. She kissed him. It wasn't a casual peck like some might think. It was a kiss full of desire, full of longing. A kiss that screamed, I don't belong to him anymore. My heart dropped into my stomach, 1,000 thoughts flooding my mind. How long? How could I not have known? How had I been so blind? I stumbled back, retreating into the shadows, barely able to keep myself together. The pain was suffocating, like I was drowning in my own disbelief. How could she betray me like this? How could I not have seen it? I returned to the party, pretending like nothing had happened. Emma never suspected a thing, and neither did anyone else. I watched her, the woman I had built my life around, as if she were a stranger, a smile on her face, carrying on as if everything were normal. As we left the party, I couldn't bring myself to speak. The air in the car was thick with silence. It wasn't until we were halfway home that Emma broke the quiet. So, what do you think? Did you have a good time? She asked, her voice too sweet, too innocent. She hadn't the faintest idea I knew. I glanced at her, the woman I thought I loved, and all I could say was, I left early, but I know what you've been doing. Her face turned pale, the color draining from her skin as if she had seen a ghost. The silence between us grew unbearable, stretched thin with lies and broken trust. She didn't say anything at first, and I didn't know if I wanted her to. Finally, she whispered, I never meant for it to happen. But the truth was, it didn't matter. It had happened. That night was the beginning of the end for us. What followed was a long and painful unraveling of a relationship built on secrets and unspoken truths. But through it all, one thing became clear. Some betrayals can never be forgiven. Some scars, no matter how much time passes, never heal. The pain of that moment still lingers, haunting me in ways I never expected. And when I think back, I realized that the betrayal wasn't just Emma's, it was mine too. For not seeing the signs, for ignoring the cracks in the foundation. But I've learned something powerful through it all. Sometimes the truth is a painful gift. It's the only thing that can set you free, no matter how much it hurts. If you've ever felt betrayed, if you've ever had your world turned upside down in a single moment, know that you're not alone. And if you want to hear more stories like this, full of twists and life-altering lessons, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. Because the truth, it always comes out. And when it does, it changes everything. Thanks for watching. Stay strong, and remember, your truth is your power.